You're watching South Asia Newsline, and here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Friday, the 28th of November. Russia's Putin to visit India on December 4 for talks with PM Modi. Imran Khan remains inaccessible. His sister exposes police brutality in Pakistan. And Cyclone Ditwah kills over 45 in Sri Lanka as rescue efforts continue. And now for all the details. Russia's President Vladimir Putin will visit India on December 4 to 5 at the invitation of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, both the Kremlin and India's Foreign Ministry confirmed on Friday. During the state visit, Putin will hold talks with Modi and also meet President Draupadi Murmu. The Kremlin said several intergovernmental and commercial agreements are expected to be signed. Putin last visited India in December 2021, just months before launching the invasion of Ukraine. Calling the upcoming visit of great importance, the Kremlin said it offers a chance to comprehensively review the particularly privileged strategic partnership between the two countries. The visit comes amid US pressure on New Delhi to curb purchases of Russian oil. President Donald Trump has repeatedly urged Prime Minister Modi to halt imports as India has been among Russia's largest buyers. However, trade and refining sources said this week that India's Russian oil imports are set to fall to a three-year low in December, down sharply from multi-month highs in November as refiners increasingly turn to alternative supplies to avoid breaching Western sanctions. And Air Marshal Ashutosh Dixit, India's Chief of Integrated Defence Staff, while speaking at ANI's National Security Summit on Friday, said that Operation Sindoor was only a preview of India's future theatre command system, which aims to bring sharper synergy among the Army, Navy and Air Force. He said the IAF will continue its core roles, but with far stronger integration across land, sea and cyber, making the impact of every mission multifold. Dixit explained that theatre commands will ensure fail-safe communication, faster decision-making and a clear separation between force development and force application. Highlighting modern warfare's multi-domain nature, he said future victories depend on creating asymmetry, noting examples like the 1971 Tangel airdrop.
So it was just a glimpse, maybe a precursor or a preview of what is likely to come in theatre command. See, the thing is that so it will be a theatre ops room on theatre where all the information is coming and the theatre commander is able to take a decision. So for that, we have to have communication which is fail-safe and very fast and among all services. All sensor information, some information and decision support systems. So all these things are being planned and come in. But in Sindoor, what you saw was just a glimpse. And it was possible because we have been working on this integration and jointness initiatives for last at least 4 or 5 years.
Pakistan's ousted Prime Minister Imran Khan's sister Noreen Niazi has broken her silence, saying the family has been denied access to him for weeks, a situation that has intensified concerns about his health and sparked protests. She warned that the mounting anxiety among supporters could trigger a broader public backlash. A report.
Noreen Niazi, sister of jailed former Pakistan PM Imran Khan, expressed deep concern over being denied access to her brother for more than 4 weeks, accusing authorities of withholding information about his condition. In an exclusive interview to ANI, she alleged that police have been given unchecked power to target Khan's supporters, including women, children and the elderly, without accountability. She said growing fears about Khan's health prompted his supporters to protest outside the jail. Warning of a public backlash, she added that the ongoing treatment of Khan and other innocent detainees would spark resistance among the people. Khan's sisters have constantly accused the authorities of repeatedly blocking family visits for at least 6 weeks, despite court orders permitting access every Tuesday. A day after the rumors surged, local media reported Adiala jail officials have clarified that Imran Khan remains inside the prison and is fully healthy, calling the speculation baseless. They said the former Prime Minister is receiving complete medical attention. Imran Khan, ousted in April 2022, has been incarcerated since August 2023 and faces multiple corruption and terrorism-related cases during more than 2 years of legal battles.
नहीं कुछ नहीं पता और ना वो बता रहे हैं और जो लोग जा रहे हैं ना उनको मिलने दे रहे हैं अभी उनके पार्टी के लोग वहां गए और उन्होंने उनको ना उनकी मीटिंग शेड्यूल थी उनको अंदर नहीं जाने दिया हम लोग गए हैं पिछले 4 हफ्तों से हम लोगों को नहीं मिलने दे रहे
Moving on, Baloch rights leader has issued a scathing indictment of Pakistan, accusing its security agencies of targeting and silencing Baloch women through arrests, disappearances and intimidation. Sammi Deen Baloch warns that despite state brutality, Baloch women continue to resist with remarkable courage.
On the International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women, Sammi Deen Baloch of the Baloch Yakjedi Committee has accused the Pakistani state of unleashing the most brutal form of oppression on Baloch women. In a statement, she said women in Balochistan are facing arbitrary arrests, enforced disappearances and harassment simply for speaking against injustices. Citing the arrests of Dr. Marang Baloch, Gulzadi Baloch and Bibao Baloch, she said these detentions reflect the state's fear of politically conscious women. She also highlighted the unresolved disappearances of Majabeen Baloch and Nazrina, saying authorities refused to acknowledge their cases because admitting the truth would reveal who took them and why. According to her, Pakistani security agencies are silencing women through intimidation and violence. Baloch women are being charged for crimes they never committed, detained without warrants and forcibly disappeared, she said, adding that women are being punished for showing courage in a system built to crush dissent. She condemned violent crackdowns on peaceful women protesters seeking the safe return of missing relatives, saying that branding such women as terrorists shows a mindset that denies them basic humanity. Despite this, she said, Baloch women remain unbroken.
Moving on, US President Donald Trump has announced he will permanently pause migration from all the third world countries, blaming an attack near the White House on what he called Biden-era immigration vetting failures. Without naming specific nations, Trump said the suspension would extend to cases approved under former President Joe Biden. He vowed to terminate millions of Biden illegal admissions, revoke federal benefits for non-citizens, and deport anyone deemed a public charge or security risk. His remarks followed the fatal shooting of National Guard member Sarah Beck-Strom, who died on Thursday in what investigators say was an ambush by Afghan national Ramanullah Lakanwal. The accused entered the US in 2021 under a Biden resettlement program but was granted asylum this year under Trump. Homeland Security officials said Trump has ordered a broad review of Biden-era asylum cases and green cards issued to citizens of 19 countries. USCIS has halted all Afghan-related immigration requests indefinitely. And a cyclone swept across Sri Lanka on Friday, leaving at least 46 people dead and 23 more missing, officials said, with the weather department warning the storm could intensify as it moves across the island over the next 12 hours. Most fatalities were attributed to landslides triggered by torrential rainfall exceeding 300 mm over the past 24 hours as Cyclone Ditwah lashed the island nation, with the eastern and central regions most severely affected. Nationwide, over 43,990 people were evacuated to schools and other public shelters, the Disaster Management Center said in a statement, including families stranded on rooftops. Schools remained closed, train services were suspended, and the Colombo Stock Exchange announced an early trading halt as heavy rains persisted.
මේක ලංකාවට ගොඩක් කිට්ටුවෙන් යන හින්දා මෑත ඒසියාවේ දැක්ක වැඩිම වර්ෂාපතනයේ දිවෙන පුරාම ඇතිවීමේ සලකුණු පෙන්눔 කරනවා.
Sri Lankan President Anura Kumara Dissanayake also held an emergency meeting on Thursday with disaster management officials, opposition political party leaders and senior officials of the armed forces and police to discuss ways to mitigate the effects of the disaster. Local media reported that 6 flights, including from Muscat, Dubai, New Delhi and Bangkok, had already been redirected to Colombo's Bandaranaike International Airport. That's all in tonight's edition. We'll see you same time next week. Have a great weekend. Good night.